Yes, sir.
So we are discussing about of coles- colostrum, and so colostrum is, it contains more protein and more anti-infective properties. Okay, this is very essential. And if you remember, breast milk is or breastfeeding is considered as the first vaccine. That's why, so it is considered as first vaccine for an infant. Now, regarding foremilk and hindmilk, so the breast milk, which is secreted at the initial part of breastfeeding, contains more water and more calories, and secreted in the second part of a later part of must get both foremilk as well as hind milk. Otherwise, the nutrients will not be achieved. Okay, so to sum up again, so colostrum, it is antibody rich. It has many white cells, so protects against infection. It has purgative action, so it clears meconium and prevents jaundice. Again, it contains growth factors, which helps the intestine to mature. It prevents from allergies or uh, food intolerance, and it is also rich in vitamin A, which is again anti-infective property. Now, breastfeeding is very much helpful or beneficial in that. So, if child is not breastfed, they are almost 6 to 10 times more likely to die in the first few months of life than those who are not breastfed. And major diseases which are predominant in those who are not breastfed are the diarrhea and pneumonia. And this is old data, 2003, very old. So it has seen that there are various interventions like measles vaccine or temporary tetanus, vitamin A treatment. So all of these interventions and how much they prevent or they save life. So it has been seen that the breastfeeding alone, it prevents majority of babies as compared to other interventions. So we should promote breastfeeding. And besides nutrients, there are various psychological benefits, like there is those breastfed babies, they are emotionally strong. There is the bond between mother and infant becomes more, okay. And also it has been seen that the babies who are breastfed, they are more intelligent in later life. So breastfeeding, breast milk is very essential, advantageous for the baby's growth. So it has perfect nutrients, easily digested, which are efficiently used, and it protects against infection. It helps, breastfeeding helps bonding between infant and mother, and it is good for the development. Also in mothers, it helps by delaying the new pregnancy. Also, it has breastfeeding has been shown to effective or prevent from certain maternal cancers. And in terms of monetary aspect, it costs less. So artificial feed, formula milk, they are costly. They need to, it's difficult for a person to prepare. So breastfeeding is very, there is no need of preparation. You need not to boil or warm the water, milk. No need of cleaning. So much of cumbersome or hazards are minimized by breastfeeding. And just reverse of advantages, these are the disadvantages of artificial feeding. So just, I think I can skip this slide. And regarding child's nutrition, this is called as golden 1,000 days or Sunola Aza Dinaru. Okay, so it incorporates pregnancy and first 2 years of child. it has been found that this is the most essential part of growth in a child. Okay, so if there is any insult or nutrient deficiency during this period, it can affect the child permanently. So this period is very crucial or critical, and if you are able to provide good nutrition during this period, we'll have adults who have full potential. So to address that, this slogan, a nice slogan was launched, and WHO and UNICEF has promoted feeding guideline. This is called feeding guideline for young child, infant and young child, IYCF. It is also called as IYCF, infant and young child feeding. So there are basically two principles, basic principles. The first is the exclusive breastfeeding for first 6 months of age, no other than breast milk. Now, second basic principle is from 6 months onwards, you continue breastfeeding till first 2 years of life or more, but 2 years is minimum. And we need to start complementary feeding, so semi-solid feeding from 6 months of age onwards. So these are the two basic principles of or guidelines of infant and young child feeding. Now, why complementary feeding is required? That for first 6 months, breast milk alone is sufficient in terms of energy requirement, protein requirement, or other micronutrient requirement for an infant. But 6 months onwards, if you see the pale area, this is the requirement and also the provided by breast milk. So 100% is provided by breast milk. Is my mouse visible on the screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the but requirement is up till here, which is so as age increases and the provided by breast milk alone is decreasing. So there is a gap. So we need to fulfill this gap by giving extra food in form of semi-solids. So this process is called as complementary feeding. So this is why. So not only energy, they by the human milk, but they need this much. So this much is gap. We need to fulfill by complementary feeding. So as compared to, you see, iron is the most, it becomes more deficient after 6 months onwards if you continue breast milk alone. Simply again, there will be certain gap. So we need to fulfill these gaps to provide complete nutrients, and that is by initiating complementary feeding. Now, what are the good complementary foods? So this should be rich in energy, protein, micronutrients, especially iron, zinc, calcium, folic acid, vitamin A, and vitamin C. It should not be too spicy or too salty, and it should be easy for the child to eat. It should be liked by the child, and very important, it should be locally available and affordable. We cannot recommend the exotic foods. Okay. And how to feed? So for 7 to 9 months, we start very gradually. We increase with increasing age, we increase the frequency as well as the amount of the food. So for 7 to 9 months, we give 3 times per day, a little less amount. We increase the frequency by 1 time in 9 to 11 months. And in 12 to 24 months, we give 3 meals plus 2 snacks in between meals. And remember, breastfeeding should be continued till 24 months of age, minimum. So this is a rough guideline how to start or how to give complementary feeding. And we need to explore, we need to teach mothers, we need to find out how they are feeding, and if it is problematic, we need to counsel it. Okay. So, this slide is showing the gap of iron, which I have discussed. So if you see, the black area means the iron given by the breast milk. But during first 5 months, they require more iron, even if breast milk doesn't give that much of iron. But it is adequate because they are utilizing the stored iron, the iron which are stored during fetal life. But by 6 months onwards, that stored iron also is used up. So we need to give iron, extra iron from the complementary. So white area means the deficit, which we need to provide by the complementary feeding. And which are the good and iron sources. So the animal foods, green leafy vegetables, so they provide more iron. The slide is not moving. The slide is not moving. Okay. Another group of food items are peas, beans, lentils, nuts, seeds. That's happened.